Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm hoping that I can get this done before the storm hits here, because even though we have a Generac system, the internet will not come on if the power is out everywhere else. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, I am doing the Artfully August Junk Journal Challenge with Dear Julie Julie. You can find her both on YouTube and on Facebook. And we're doing the alphabet A to Z. And so a few of the things that we had to do were bubbles. And I can't find my bubbles, so I used bubble wrap and I just put it in ink. Like, here's my bubbles. And then I just, dabbed it in the ink and then put it on the thing there. So this is going to go into my journal. This here is just to let you know that this part of it is a flip. We're supposed to do a flip up, flip out, and string art. So here's one of my string art. It's very messy. Doesn't help that I'm a very messy crafter either. So here we have our flip up, here we have our flip down, and this comes out so you can write on the back of it. And the since the inside of this envelope is extremely dark, I tried to do some eco dyeing my way, and this is a fail because it didn't work. So I didn't want to throw this away, and even though it is a little bit wrinkled, it is a little bit tattered, antique-y looking, so I used those fail pieces to cover the back so you could still write on that. So that's what we're going to do today. And this here is just a little piece of a duvet cover that somebody gave to me, and I've used it for several different things now. So I'm going to put that to the side, and we're going to start with this. This is my envelope, and what I did was, in order to make it fit, I want this on the bottom, so I'm going to cut this side here, and I'm going to cut it. I don't know how big I made that. Let's see. 8, okay. 8 3/4 is how long it's going to be. And then it's going to be 5 inches because that's what my CD CD cover will fit. So we're going to chop that part off and put that away. So this is going to be our flip up part. So what I'm going to do is I want this to be on this side. So I'm going to put that there and flip it over. And I want to make sure that this is not flush with this edge here, because you'll have issues closing it, and I already have enough bulk in my my Chunky Monkey journal there, which when I'm done I will be doing a flip through of, so stay tuned for that. So we're just going to put some glue here, and put that down. And then we're going to flip this over and open that up. And this is the other half of that page there. And so I'm just going to tear the sides off so it will fit. Actually, I think, yeah, I don't have to tear that bottom part, but we need to tear both edges. It's easier for me to tear it if I fold it in half. Okay, so I need to tear off at least to here. And whether you tear towards you or away from you is what's going to determine whether you get this edge here or not. This is a raw edge and this is a clean edge. The clean edge I am tearing away from me. The raw edge is what happens when you tear towards you. So it just depends on what look you want. And I'm only going to tear a little bit of this off because I don't want a straight edge right there, but I also don't want to lose that part of the eco dyeing. So my way of eco dyeing, that's the only thing that came out properly. That's okay though. And I think I want that at the bottom. So I do, ooh, little bubble there. I do like to ink, but because the edges, because the background is black, I don't really think that it's necessary. And I've already done 3 of these, so I'll show you the other ones when I'm done with this one. Okay, just enough glue on there to make sure that it's going to stay. Pop that down. All right. And you can stamp on this. You can ink the edges if you want. Oh, I should have cut that beforehand. Okay, so my lights are flickering. That's not good. Okay, so what I did here was, this is a 2.5 inch hole punch. And the reason I want it that big is because anything smaller than that and the hole, the punch out here that I'm fixing to do looks funny. And so we're just gonna eyeball that. There we go. So now we're just going to, which side is, okay, that side is up. So we're gonna put this upside down. And the top is actually on this side. This is the bottom. And the reason for that is so when we fold this over and flip this up, it's right side up. So now we have this front to decorate. So here's our flip up, here's our flip down. And then this was another part of another of the string art that I tried, and I tried several different colors, and the reason why all this nonsense is on it is because I don't like to waste anything. There are a few other papers that I did that I'll show you at the end on how I don't waste anything. And I'm not sure why I did this with the first one, but I'm going to do it with this one too. I took just a little bit off this edge here, and I think I did that for fitting purposes. I'm going to do the same over here. We're just taking off a smidge. Okay, and this is going to fit right inside there, just like that, so you can see a little bit of it. Now, I think the color that I want to use is Forest Moss for this. There's just I don't know, 4 colors that I use often. Walnut Stain, Vintage Photo, whichever one is closest to me is what I pick up first. I also like Aged Mahogany, which I did use this on another one. I do like Forest Moss occasionally, and I use Black Soot. I do have other colors, but these are just what I normally keep in reach. And so what we're gonna do is just get a little bit of ink on there, and we're gonna just start tapping it on. And we're just going to go all the way around. So this background is not too dark, so you could still use it to write on if you wanted to. The Aged Mahogany was a little bit too dark for me. That's the only reason why I'm not putting it on all of them. And the original one that I showed you at the beginning was Antique Linen, because I didn't want to go too dark because I want to be able to utilize this space here for writing. Okay, so a piece of scrapbook paper that I had left over. The back is blank there. This just came from 12, 12, 12 by 12 paper pad, and I believe I got this one at Walmart. So we're just going to tear the sides off, and I don't know if, yeah, I guess that does have a direction. I guess the direction is this way. Okay, so I think I want to get as much of those flowers in there as possible. All right, my power just went out. So we'll see what I got going on here. Now I guess I need to stand up because my TV is off. Okay, so I'm going to tear this away from me. And I am going to ink this with black soot. Okay. Let's see how well that's going to do, because I don't want to start all over. Well, not that I couldn't, but okay. And so this here is joint tape for drywall. My husband and I own a plumbing company and a handyman service, and so I have a lot of supplies at my fingertips that you wouldn't normally think of to use, although I did get this idea from Dear Julie. And funny story, so I sent my husband to Lowe's to pick some of this up for me, and 3 times he came home with the wrong stuff. And so we happened to be out one day, and I said, hey, you know, we happen to be right here at Lowe's, so can you just stop and let me go in and see if they actually have what I'm looking for, since you can't find it. And so I went in there, and I looked up. I was in there not even 5 minutes from the moment I walked in there to check out and then back to my vehicle. And he goes, oh my God, where did you find that? And I was like, it was in the drywall section. And then I happened to be out in our garage looking for something. And don't you know, we happen to have some of this joint tape in the very dusty back corner of the garage. So he said he didn't know that was in there, and I don't know where it came from. It was kind of dusty, so I would imagine that it was probably left here from a subcontractor or something. I don't know. All I know is that it's mine now. Okay. So we're just going to put a bead of glue right here. And then we are going to pop that down. And this piece goes in here. This is the one that I showed you originally. And let me now show you where it's going to go. Don't forget to close up your glue. Okay, so in order for me to see what's in that window, I want these on the very last page of each signature. So in this one I have 4 signatures, and I already have, let me see here, I already have 2 of them in here. So this is one, my flip up, my string art, and my flip down. And then the other one, this is the aged mahogany that I thought was a little bit too dark. So my flip up, my string art, and then my flip down. So this one here, this is antique linen. I want this one to go on this page here. And what I did with the other two was I made them also an extra pocket. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue. Just, am I in frame? No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm going to put glue at the top and at the bottom and just inside this edge here. I don't want it to go, oh, and see, I done missed that already. So I didn't want it to go all the way to the edge because you'll have an issue closing it. So, and I totally missed it, so we're just going to smush that out. And my phone has pinged like 3 times. I hope you didn't hear that. Okay, so that's where that one goes. And then that one is going to go on the back here. And I thought I had a stamp set out to put on there. I guess not. So let's see. What do we have here? Congratulations. I already have adventure. Okay, so we're just going to use a little flower stamp. And that is going to go, only because I put it on the other one. And this one here is just to let you know that it flips up. So my black soot, where should we put this? I'm gonna put it right there. Oh, and I think that was upside down. Might be able to do it again. Nope. Okay. Well, that was a big fat fail. So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to find a sticker big enough to cover up that mistake. Oh, and I think I'm going to take this off so it lays flat. This is textured though, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, cover up that mistake. There you go. That's how easy that is. So let's bring this back over here. And again, we're going to just put some glue at the top, put some glue at the bottom, and then just put a bead of glue right up the back and make that pocket. Okay, make sure I have it the way I want it. And we're just gonna put it down. All right. And this is just gonna go right there. So let me see one that I already put in there. Okay, so this one's dry already, so now you can see that it's a pocket and that we got stuff in there. Okay, so the other paper, I'm not gonna waste anything. So I originally had my paint on here and I started with pink, and I originally used some pretty thick string, and I don't think it turned out well, but you know, it's in the book. And then I tried blue, and then I tried metallic colors, and that's what I did with all my string art, right? And this is just, so here, this is all of them put together. I'm not very good at that, but I am pretty good at making a mess. So this here was extremely messy, and so what I did was I took my jelly plate and I flipped it upside down, and I took my brayer and I just went all over it like that, and then I picked it up and I moved it and I put it down and I did it again, and I kept doing that until the entire jelly plate was full of all the paint that was left over on there. And this was what came out of the first one, and there was still a lot of paint on there, and no, actually this one might have been the first one before I even braid it, but after I used the brayer, that's what came out of it, and there was still some ink on there. And so I put some string on there, and I got a negative of the string. You see how thick that is. And then this is what was left over from the negative, the opposite of the negative, if that made sense. The opposite, it's the opposite negative of this. And then I had some ink left on my brayer, so I just went over it like that until all the ink was off. And there you go. That's how I operate with with all my messiness, which is why I had to actually get another one of these, because you can see there's paint all over it. All right. I hope you like what you saw. As of this afternoon, I had 35 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I hope you're enjoying what I show you, to include all the bloopers, since I don't know how to edit. Maybe one of these days I will figure that out, but not today. All right. Always make sure that you close up your glue. And we're fixing a storm here, so I don't know when this will be uploaded, but please like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.